Here's the problem I'm trying to fix. The creek is washed out right here. See that? The rain and the water has carved a gully on both sides of this creek. That's about 18 feet deep. There's a culvert pipe down there. You can't see it. You can see the culvert pipe there. The water's washed out. The dirt on both sides left a huge gap. The road has started to give way on both sides. And we have equipment over there that we can't bring out of here because the road is washed out so bad. So what I'm trying to do is to fix it. I got some wood and I'm building a bridge right here. It's just a platform bridge, nothing fancy, but it's more effort than it appears to build it. I got a bunch of gravel and I have a backhoe. So I'm taking dirt out of some of the humps in the field and I'm putting the dirt down into these gully areas. I'm going to cover it over with that gravel, and then we're going to take this bridge and just drag it right across here and lay it up on top of that culvert so that we can drive tractors and trucks back and forth through there. So here we go. On the bridge project. All right, you can't tell it. This is 4 loads of gravel that have been dumped, and I used the backhoe and put them around the culvert, and as you can see, I'm not done yet. I got this big mound of gravel here. I'm trying to cover in or fill in this hole with gravel. It's tougher than I thought it would be. This culvert, about 5 feet of it was exposed. I've got one side of it covered up pretty good. I got to put some concrete down there, put some more gravel down. But it's coming together okay. You can see on this side, I've got to do some work here too because this is worn away. That's about a 15-foot drop, and we don't want to go off in that on the 4-wheeler. Filled in a bunch of holes with gravel. Here's the bridge. Yeah, I know the bridge looks crazy. I used the lumber I had on hand. I had to buy some lumber, but I tried not to buy more than I had to. So you're actually looking at the bottom of the bridge. I'm gonna take the backhoe and flip this thing over before I'm finished, but you can see that I bolted all the boards together pretty good. I think you could probably drive the backhoe or a tractor, maybe a hay rake over this without it coming apart. And that's my small pile of gravel. I'm getting more gravel delivered tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Okay, bridge. Didn't get the bridge pulled across here, but I got all the concrete spread out. And I meant gravel spread out. Concrete's packed against the side. Too dark to see anything. Today's the day. We're going to push the bridge across the creek. So here's the bridge. And this is the creek over here. I've got gravel packed down on both sides of the creek. Put some concrete down to hopefully keep it from washing out too bad. See, concrete. Just sort of tried to make a wall with the concrete on both sides of the culvert. Hopefully so the ground won't wash out so bad. Had to do this side because over here on the other side of the creek, we don't really have enough room beyond the culvert to create a wall. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do over here. This is a mess. I don't know what to do here. Both sides of it are like this. We have this little cane growth, and I filled as much of this with gravel as I could. But still, it's pretty much a straight drop down to the culvert. So this side, I'm hoping, holds up. Got to put some more concrete down there, but we'll see. Anyhow, we're getting ready to push the bridge across this. Flipping the bridge. What?
What are we doing to get it up high?
We're just gonna flip it over. Are we ready? Okay, as you can see, the bridge was there. Now it's there. So last night we took the backhoe, which is still sitting over across the creek. See it back there? And we tried to push the bridge through this gate. There's one corner of the gate. There's the other side of the gate. We tried to push it through there and it kept going that way. So we pulled it out. We ended up taking these straps, hooking the straps up to the backhoe and dragging the bridge across the creek, which worked pretty good, worked great. We put these landscape timbers underneath it and we pulled it just like the Egyptians pulled the rocks that built the pyramids. We just let the landscape timbers be the wheels for the bridge, pulled it right across. So this morning I started grinding down the lag bolts, found out my little bitty baby generator right there was just not up to the task. So I went and got a nice generator, a really decent generator, and got out the old angle grinder and started grinding down these bolts. You can see they stick up, and then here's the ones I've grinded down. So after we get the bolts ground off here, we're gonna take that loose lumber there and the loose lumber there and some other unfinished lumber I've got, and we're gonna make a third layer on top of this so that you can drive a truck across without puncturing your tire on these bolts and the stubs that I've cut off. So that's the bridge update. More later. Oh yeah, one little detail I forgot to mention, something I found out by accident. You see these bolts? There's my grinder. I'm trying to grind those bolts off so that that looks like that, because I'm going to put another layer of wood across this side to side. Well, what I found out just by accident is, you see how all these bolts are bent? I used my mighty Thor's hammer, my mighty smiter here, and I went and I bent each of these backwards like that, because I found out that if you bend them, you can actually grind them off in half the time. It takes about 10 seconds to grind one off, but if I bend it, I can grind it off in about 4 or 5 seconds because the metal around the nut has been weakened. So there's your tip for the day.